Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with the free pick in the Trailblazers versus Pelicans NBA matchup on Saturday, February 10th, 2024. If you like all the free picks we do at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use the discount code PICK. You'll get 15% off all of your purchases. We also have products meant for people who make big bets, people with big bankrolls. If that's you, go ahead and text the number that you see on the screen for the Dime Club and Sharp Trading plays, which have a lot more to offer than that, like one-on-one style service, syndicate betting plays, and things of that nature. So text that number if you make big bets. But let's get to this one. We've got the Portland Trailblazers taking on the Pelicans. I almost said Pacers for some reason, even though I know it's the Trailblazers. Do a ton of videos, and man, what a card there is today with that giant college basketball schedule and then this big NBA schedule all heading into Super Bowl Sunday when most of the schedules get pretty light. But back to this one, it's the Blazers taking on the Pelicans, and the Blazers have not been great recently, but the thing about them is they've been covering a lot of spreads, and we've seen a lot of effort. And while, the top is definitely starts to separate itself from the bottom by the All-Star break, and, we have teams that, are definitely playing lottery-style teams versus, and a lot of teams that are playoff teams. And then you have the Blazers, who are a lottery team, but they're kind of not the bottom rung of lottery teams like the Wizards and the Pistons, right? They're kind of like double those, but still not good enough to compete, maybe like the Raptors or something like that. And then you have the Pelicans, who are trying to go next level, but they're not quite next level, right? They're not quite the Nuggets or the Celtics or anyone even like that. They're kind of just a team that, well, I'll believe it when I see it, right, type thing, because we haven't seen Zion Williamson be healthy throughout the whole season. We haven't seen them play together as a team, so we don't know what's going to happen as things continue to go on. But it's like, I tell you, when he is in there and when this team is playing together, they can beat just about anyone. We saw the Pelicans take down the Clippers 117-106. They beat them pretty easily. Wins against the Raptors and the Spurs and the Rockets. Those should be automatics for this team, and they were. They lost at Boston and Milwaukee, and they lost at home against OKC. There's no shame in any of those, and they also lost to the Phoenix Suns. So they're still growing through the process of beating the good. They're losing to the good teams, but taking care of business against the bad teams. When we look at the Blazers, a little bit of a different story here, because what they're doing is they're covering the spread against the teams that are better than them, and the teams that aren't better than them, they're at least more competitive in the games, but they're not covering the spreads because they're not getting these big, generous numbers. And I think, that's the way it's going to continue for this Blazers team. There's certainly not going to be this massive turnaround and they go on this heater or anything like that. Probably not going to happen for this Blazers team. But what we're going to see is we're going to see them continue to compete, continue to get better. They're guarding the perimeter really well, so teams are having trouble blowing them out. And on the other side of it, they're throwing up threes, they're taking their shots, they're not hitting a ton of them, but I'll tell you what, they're going to be good enough. I'm going to take the Blazers here, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.